Wednesday, July the 8th, 2026. We just got back from holiday on Monday and I've been drawn to do a reading for you today. So I'm going to do the Temple Path reading. So without further ado, I have smudged the scene with a beautiful hand-rolled, no less, patchouli stick, which I picked up from Glastonbury when we came back from our mini break in Somerset. Wonderful few days away, looking at the Mesolithic, Neolithic gems in this wonderful county. So yeah, I've been drawn to the Temple Path reading. What I wanted to do was to let you know that I'm going to regularly do the Temple Path reading, because some of you know, if you follow the channel, I live in one of the Templar villages in Somerset. I think there are 3 or 4, something like that, and I live in one of them in South Somerset. And so the temple, there's a reason that we landed here in this village, and there's also, I just feel very drawn to this Temple Path reading, which I like to think I've created, but somebody else might have created it before me, which is fine. Really, it's a pyramid reading, so it's 3, 2, 1 in this format. I've already done a couple on the channel. Have a look in the videos list and you'll find them there, where the baseline, the 3 at the bottom is the baseline, the foundation, the middle row is the now, what's happening in the now, and the top card at the pinnacle, or the top of the temple if you like, is what's up ahead for you. And it's just a very neat 6 card spread that I really love. But what's the Temple Path all about? Well, the Temple Path is really concerning our spiritual journey, your spiritual journey. It's about your spiritual evolution in this life. And we all have one, whether we realise it or not. And a lot of us do realise it, particularly people who look at this kind of channel and many similar to this on YouTube and other platforms. And it's about your development. It's about alignment. And it's about using all your senses, all the senses we have, to glean information and to hopefully be guided forward on this wonderful, great adventure, which is your life. So I was going to do a different video angle today. I was going to do this so you can have a look at the cards, but just for today I'm not going to. I feel drawn not to, because I felt the up ahead, up above, was calling me to not take her out of the picture today, my darling girl. So what I might do is in future ones, and I do want to do another reading in a couple of days, I'll talk to you about that now, where I will start like this and then lower the camera so you can actually see the spread. I see a lot of readers do that. It's quite nice for you to see the cards as they're there. So lovely. Well, that reading I will do in a couple of days is going to be where I will be scrying on a dark green piece of card, normally the one I use, and I'm going to use as the divining material what I call sea jewels or sea gems. So I could actually, I suppose, turn the camera down there. So I'm hoping you can see here lots of pieces of tumbled glass that come from the sea. The sea has delivered them, yeah. And I've got many more that I have collected over the years. I'm going to do a sea jewel or sea gem reading in a couple of days' time, just to let you know that, give you a bit of a taster, something exciting to look forward to. Okay, so the downloaded messages that I got for today's reading, the channeled messages. This morning I woke up with a word, B-R-I-X, bricks. I was immediately aware that that was a Latin word, or I thought it was a Latin word, being as it sounded like that, possibly Greek, but possibly Latin. So I looked at it, looked it up, Googled it, search engine. Couldn't actually find anything, but I did find something. It made sense. So I asked my other half, who's an archaeologist and learned Latin and Greek and all sorts of different ancient languages, and he didn't know either. So that's why I went to the search engine also. So it turns out that Brix, B-R-I-X, is the surname of a German mathematician from whichever century, I'm not sure. Adolf, I think his name is Brix, Brix, German mathematician. And in his scientific findings, he came up with the measurement of sweetness in any liquid, measured in units of sweetness, which is lovely. And a unit of sweetness is Brix, named after him. And I thought, oh, this is lovely. This is Spirit giving me a message for the viewership, the listenership, the seership, the YouTubership, if that's such a thing, about measurement of sweetness in your life. And what came to me then was the sweet elixir of life. I think Brix means you're going to be getting an increase in sweetness in your life. Beautiful message. Yeah, that was kind of it, really. Was there anything else? No, really the Brix. Brix, German mathematician. Abilities. Yeah, that's the other thing. As I was shuffling, I'm going to be using, of course, the one of the moment, the Mystical Moments, the Tiny Deck by Katrin Weltstein. I've been pre-shuffling, and twice the Magician flew out, which is, Magician is really about manifestation. So it is saying your manifestation skills are very strong at this time. Okay, be careful what you wish for, and channel that manifestation energy in the right direction. Think about it, be discerning. So manifestation abilities are strong at this time. Sweet elixir of life. Lovely. Okay, so what else do we have? Nothing really. So let's fire away. Not fire away. let's start right away. Spirit, we're going to do a bit more of a pre-shuffle. Spirit, please will you guide us with your energy, particularly through B. She was really calling me to keep her picture in the video today. Yeah, thank you, B. Please may we have the first card at 7 minutes 57 of Carrie blathering on. So, in this Temple Path reading, spiritual journey, your spiritual evolution, your development. Thank you. May we have 3 cards. First card for the baseline. First card for the baseline. Ooh, that was a flyer, so bear with. Ooh. Okay, interesting. Yes, 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Yeah, 10 of Swords, up in your head. You are being pierced in the hair, according to this card. But the 10 of Swords, yes, sadness, up in your mind. I mean, the 9 of Swords is a sleepless night, but the 10 is utter exhaustion. Yeah, you know, pierce me or whatever it is, and I'm completely done. You're completely done. And that's interesting because the 10 of Swords is the antithesis to the sweet elixir of life. So this says to me, at the foundation, this is what you've been going through. Life has been a bit like the 10 of Swords. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for that. May we have the next card? She's looking down. In fact, she's either looking down or her eyes are closed. But what I'm being channeled now is that you will be looking up. You will be looking up. But in a way, when you are 10 of Swords, there is no further down to go. The only way is up, baby. Enough of that. Thank you. Oh my gosh. What? 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, think of the traditional rider weight. 10 swords in the back, 10 pins in the hair. And then after it, the 9 of swords. Sorry, yeah, the 9 of swords. Oh, I had to think then. 9 of swords. From the 10 to the 9. It's been reducing. You've just kept going. But the eyes on this one, on this representation, you've been up in your head, either thinking people have been giving you the evil eye, or there's been negative energy around you. Whether there has or hasn't, I don't know. For a percentage of you, there will have been that. For another percentage of you, there will be that was a misperception, misconception. So it's made you want to go hermit mode and hide away. This is the foundation. You've been through a very hard and long journey. Okay. All right, we'll take the top one. There was 2 there. I don't want the fact there was 3 too many. Here's all swords. That is very interesting. So you've gone from the 10 to the 9 to the 2 of swords. Now the 2 of swords in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot was decision time. You have 2 birds. The lady's wearing a hat, or the figure. She's in the marshes, but she's in the green. It's more hopeful, isn't it? Much more hopeful. Contemplative. Hat on, but the hat is also a bird box where birds can go in and take refuge or live happily in their temple. I like this. So this is literally, you've come out of your head now. You've come out of the box. You've come out of the bird box and you're on top. So 10 of swords, I'm, can't thrust any more swords in me. I'm done. Life has apparently floored me. I've been lying awake at night, worrying, being paranoid perhaps, getting all up in my head about stuff. But now I'm setting myself free. I've decided, the decision of the 2 of swords in the traditional meaning, I've decided to set myself free. And out the birds have flown from my head to land on top. I'm going to read you her messages for the upright position because they all came out upright. Can't believe it. Honestly, baseline foundation, the same suit. Swords, all about being up in your head. So the 10 of swords upright, being under attack, worst case scenario, painful wounds, hitting rock bottom, nowhere else to go, at the bottom. That then became the 9 of swords. You've been working on it, you've been realising it, trying to make it better, still up in your head. Anxiety, worry, nightmares, anguish, despair and distress. Some of it real, some of it imagined. And then the 2 of swords. You worked hard to get through and away from this, trying to convince yourself this too shall pass. And indeed it did. So she says, for her meaning, stalemate, indecision, impasse, self-delusion, barriers. It's not what I'm getting. That's what the authoress is saying. But I'm feeling different. My intuition is telling me you've freed yourself. You've moved out of your mind. And you and your partner, you and your higher self, you and another, shadow and light, have freed yourself and you're now on top. You're out of your head. You're not in your head anymore. That's how I'm reading those cards. Thank you, Spirit. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, gorgeous perhaps isn't the right word. The message is one of hope. So that is gorgeous. That's the baseline. So second line, the now. What's going on now? What do we need to pay attention to now, Spirit? Please may we have 2 cards for this reading, for the Temple Path, spiritual journey, your spiritual evolution, your personal development, how you get your alignment in this life. These messages, I hope, help. These messages, as ever, are timeless for the collective or the individual or the cross-watcher, however you want to take it. When you stumble across this reading, it's meant for you now. If that's now, that's lovely, but it might be later. Next week, next year, 5 years, who knows? Spirit, they don't like it when I'm rambling, I must lose too much energy when I'm rambling and doing the housekeeping. 2 cards, thank you, Spirit. Ace of Swords. It's still the same. Ten of Wands. Okay, thank you, Spirit, thank you. So the first one, oh, I love the rendition of the Ace of Swords. Yeah. So if we're saying, where are you now? What is relevant for now? What are we looking at now? The Ace of Swords in this interpretation, immediately I'm being drawn to the key in this man's hand, and you have the key to your mind. His mind is a nautilus shell, which in any shell, just happen to have this from holiday. If you saw through it, this is the picture you get. It's also the Fibonacci sequence, or the fact that the whole universe revolves around numbers, is numbers. The language of the universe is numbers. You hold the key to your head. That's why you worked out in the 2 of Swords that you need to come out of the bird nest, the bird house. Can't think what that's called. Bird box. Thank you. Bird box, and just free yourself. This is further freement, if that's a word, further freeing of self from getting caught up in your mind, getting out of your head, avoiding analysis paralysis, catastrophizing, all that kind of stuff. And I love it because he is looking right at me. So really this is now, and it fits with the second line, which we said is the now. So you're concentrating on having that key and of putting it into your mind and unlocking all the other gifts and delights of your wonderful bit of engineering that is the human mind, brain and soul, the whole human being, but particularly the mind, the brain. Magic, really magic. And I'm getting a sense of universality and magic when I look at that man's coat. For me, it looks like the universe with stars twinkling on it. It's also saying that you are part of the universe, you're not alone. And in all this struggle that I see in the foundation, the 10 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the 2 of Swords. I don't know if you've asked for help. I hope you have. You needed to have. I've worked with humanity in the healing profession for a few decades. And still, I think the thing that humanity needs to do more of is ask help. You know, it's one thing to say, I need help, but then ask for help. Take all the help that's on offer and some that's not on offer by asking. So you don't have to do this alone. You are loved and a part of the universe. Talk to your spiritual team. Ask your ancestors. Ask your neighbours. Ask your community. Tap into yourself for information. Thank you, Spirit. Lovely. Then after that, we've got the 10 of Wands, which is lovely. In the traditional Rider-Waite, it's the 10 of Wands there, the end of a heavy journey, which, you know, is here, the baseline 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords less so, definitely the 10 and the 9. Here it's a flower garden, but still, so you have had a weight. At the moment, you're concentrating on minimizing the weight. So this 10 of Wands is beautiful because it's sort of 10 flowers on her back. So this is about your perception. It's not 10 wands. She's weary and she's bent down here. Oh, I've got to pick another tulip, put it on top. But is the burden as heavy as you really think? Is it that you feel it's heavy wands, like in the traditional Rider-Waite, weighing the person down, they're almost breaking their back carrying? Or can you change your perception of that? Is it you think and keep saying you have a heavy burden, and you might need to change your perception, change your words. Semantics are very important. What we say to ourselves, our self believes. So we need to watch what we say. And that's also bringing me back to the fact that manifestation abilities are strong at this time. That makes sense. Here's the image. So the beautiful person here carrying not wands but flowers. Perhaps what you're carrying on your back are not wands, they're flowers. Perhaps they're opportunities. Perhaps they're chances for development. Perhaps they're chances for expansion. So there's a really big clue in your perception of how you see the burdens. There's a shift in your burdens. There's a shift in your perception of your burdens, is what I'm getting at this time. Now, it's also Mercury retrograde. I'm not going to say that I'm an expert in anything to do with planets, etc., but I do look around the net and get some information. Mercury retrograde can be tricky with communication and other things. I think it's going forward. I can't think of the word. Retrograde, advancing, progressing. It's coming out of retrograde in a few days, I think. So kind of what I'm also getting with that card is this too shall pass, just like the Mercury retrograde will pass. I'm just going to read you what Catherine says, the authoress. Mental force, truth, knowledge, fortitude, success, clarity. Yeah. You're now achieving that, I think, because you've turned things around in your head. My God, it's been a hell of a journey. But you've done it. You held the key and you've used the key, and you're looking at yourself now and thinking, yeah, this is where I am now. So you're steady. You're steadying yourself. And then the 10 of Wands, according to Catherine, where are the wands? 5 of Wands. 10 we want. Here we go. Is that right? Page. Bear with. Yeah. Pa, 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 pa. Beautiful. Changing how you see your burdens. That's been the key. That's been the key to it all. And this is, you recognise this at this time. Responsibilities, burdens, overload, oppression. Yeah. That's what that's what the traditional meaning is. But as I'm saying again, in the context of this reading, it's not what I'm getting. You have discovered the key to freeing yourself, to moving forward and leading an aligned life full of love, bliss, sweetness, liberty, all those things, is to reevaluate the things you think you're carrying. They're not 10 wands. They might be 10 flowers. As I said, opportunities, chances for development, adventures. Okay, may we have the top card? The top card is what's up ahead. So we've got the baseline, been very hard, been very heavy, but you freed yourself. My God, you deserve a pat on the back. Do it yourself. Pat yourself on your back. Give yourself a hug. And get your other half to, if you have another half. If you have a fur baby, cuddle the dog, the cat, whatever. Hug a neighbour. Give yourself a pat on the back, literally. And proverbially, can't think of the word. So as I was saying that word that was wrong, it will come to me when I'm not trying to think of it. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Page of Cups. Okay, so we're saying very heavy burdens, freed yourself. The key to that was you entering your mind, seeing things in a different way, seeing the ones as flowers or opportunities or whatever. So now the Page of Cups. Cups are abundance, love, fulfillment in a way. So we've got a young girl holding the cup, and out of the cup looks the little fishy. So yes, it's reminding me of the traditional Rider-Waite with the Knight of Cups, I think, and he's looking at his fish and he's a bit surprised by what is in the cup. So I think this is telling me, if we're saying what's up ahead, you're going to be receiving something, you're going to be holding it, and what's coming out of the receipt of this thing, don't know what the receipt could be. The cup could be an opportunity, could be a meeting, could be something that you hear, something that you see, something's going to pop up or come out of this, be produced from this, and it's going to be, I think, surprising. I know some people read the Knight of Cups as, oh, a smelly fish sticking up out of the cup. No animals are smelly in my experience. I love all animals. They are of the sea, therefore of emotion. She's looking intrigued, curious, and I think piqued in a good way, surprised. Oh, oh, I didn't expect a fish in my cup of tea. Something unexpected, but she looks bemused. What's this then? I think that's up ahead in regards to what's next. Now I'm going to say I feel that what's up ahead isn't miles in advance. I think it's the next couple of weeks is what I'm feeling, or the next, up to, where are we now? Crescent moon, or can't remember exactly. I saw the moon in the sky this morning. A couple of weeks' time, perhaps in the run up to the full moon. For the Page of Cups, you're going to be receiving something. Something's coming to you, so it's a gift. It's probably something unexpected, but it's something that you need, and I do think it's deserved. But it's surprising, because in the woman's cup of tea is a little fish. Channel download. Actually, what I'm getting also from that is that the fish is as surprised to see her as she is to see the fish. There's going to be mutual happening in the Page of Cups. And I think it's, if we're going to say, is the O positive, neutral, negative, I think it's positive, because she looks bemused, intrigued. So what does Catherine say for the Page of Cups? Creativity, sense of adventure, confidence, passion, discovery, exploration. Yeah, it feels like the beginning of a new cycle. I mean, it's not the full, but it's the page, so it's actually towards the end of the suit, isn't it? But something surprising and unexpected is coming in for you, is what I feel. So use your senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, smell, colour, ESP. And we do know that because of science and research to do with synesthesia, there have been discovered to be many more senses than certainly the 5. I mean, I work actively with at least 7, and there are many more. Use your spidey senses. Listen out. Keep your eyes peeled. Oh, I hate that phrase. See if you can feel something in your heart. Intuit something. Listen to your soul. Listen to your higher self. You're going to be getting a gift, an opportunity. It'll be surprising, but it'll be positive. And there's something about the two here. The person or the opportunity is just as surprised to see you as you are to see it. I love that. Brilliant. Thank you, Spirit. May we have, I have smudged the bag. Let's just waft it in the smudgeroo again. Can we have, I think, just one. May we have one charm for the viewers. Thank you. Oh! I didn't even pick it. It flew out of the bag. Now this is very funny. And I'll tell you for why. It's the lemniscat. Here we have the sign of eternity, which is an 8. So 8 might be relevant in this reading, which is August. So it may be that you're getting your gift opportunity, expect the unexpected in August, which is not long. That's 3 weeks away. But excuse me, why I find this funny. this lemniscate, I never know how you say it, if it's a silent N, probably. Karma. Things brought back into balance. What goes around comes around. Now, the other day, I'm just going to reach off screen to get my spiritual diary. Pleasant music playing whilst I do that. Okay, guys, back. My golden spiritual diary, where I keep all my spiritual messages. The other day, as in the 7th, oh, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, which was the portal as well, I didn't realise. In my dreams, I was shown various things, but this was one of them. They showed me the lemniscate, the sign of eternity or karma, balance being restored, what goes around comes around. Karma is on the move, destiny is being rebalanced, but how they showed it to me was fascinating. They showed it to me as if it had a pulse that was running through it. But it was like a little golden arrow was beating and pulsing through the lemniscate, which, things are on the move, things are being corrected. If it had been like the Wheel of Fortune, they would have showed me the wheel is turning kind of thing, but it was a lemniscate. So all the work you've done with this Page of Cups and the unexpected gift that you're going to be pleasantly surprised with, karma is being restored. I love it. I'm going to put it on the Page of Cups. Perfect. Thank you for being here. 31 minutes in. Please like, subscribe, share, particularly subscribe. We're not far off 3,000 now, which I cannot believe, but it's fantastic. But I'm happy to say I think we deserve it. We are wonderful on this channel. Everyone is loved. Everyone is welcome. Old subscribers as well as new ones. As I said, I do love this Temple Path reading, this baseline, the now and what's up ahead. I'm going to keep this as a regular feature on the channel. The next reading will be, what's today, Wednesday, probably the weekend, Friday, let's see, possibly Friday, because I have been a bit slow. I've been so busy. I haven't done as many videos and uploads as I wanted to, so apologies for that, but life intervenes and I need to be out in life to balance myself and to get my messages and just to help me keep my alignment going and moving forward. But I will do a reading on these little pieces of glass, what I call sea jewels or sea gems, and I'm going to use that in a divination way, probably on Friday or Saturday, let's see. One and all, thank you so much for being here. Have a really lovely rest of the day, rest of the week. Enjoy the sun wherever you are. We're sweltering here, second heat wave in the southwest of the United Kingdom, Somerset. I think it's about 29 degrees outside, which is Mediterranean style for us. We're not used to this heat. It's very lovely, but we're trying to keep cool. So sending love and light, friends. I'll see you in the next one, and all I'll say is bye for now and namaste.